Identifying.
Let's go.
You are about to experience the uncensored conversations, stimulating wit, and the thought-provoking wisdom. Bold, raw, and uncut. Right now, on the LANCESCURV Show.
Pastor Chris Hill of the Potter's House Church in Denver, Colorado, steps down after his wife, Joy Hill Turner, exposes his extramarital affair with a church employee. Listen, I'm not a woman, but you know, our sisters have a way of expressing themselves when they make that phone call to their girlfriend, their ever-trusted girlfriend, that they tell all of their intimate secrets to. And when they have something really juicy that they want to say to that close girlfriend, they don't say hello. They don't say child. This is what they say. Doot, doot, doot. Hello? Girl? Yes. When they get that new dude, when they get their back blown out, when they have that mind-blowing orgasm, or when they hit that gold mine of a man who will pay their way through life. Now, I'm not a woman, but I gotta say this to y'all. Girl! Listen, let me lay a little foundation on this story. I'm going to keep it quick because you're going to hear this all over the place if you haven't heard about it before. All right? Now, and we're going to name names here, so hold tight. Don't go anywhere. Let's just start out this way, right? We have Bishop T.D. Jakes, right? He retired Bishop Dennis Leonard many years ago. He purchased a sizable campus in Denver, Colorado, to grow his church franchise. Now, this is Bishop T.D. Jakes, right? All is good. You know, it was doing phenomenally well, and Jakes placed one of his spiritual sons. That's a spooky term after the whole Bishop Eddie Long thing, right? One of his spiritual sons, Chris Hill, as the pastor there. Now, Chris remodeled the church to accommodate the ever-growing congregation, as it got to the point where they were having 3 morning services. After all of this success, Chris Hill has stepped down as pastor. Why? Well, let's fast forward to the very public mass text message sent out by Chris Hill's wife, Joy Turner Hill, to get an idea what happened. Okay, here we go. This is not the text message in its entirety, but this is the most that I can get my hands on. For your information, Pastor called the police on me tonight because I yelled at him, asking him to leave the house tonight, and he wouldn't. I was upset because he won't stop having an affair with Shanae. And I can't live like this anymore. They've been having an affair for several months, and he finally admitted it yesterday after I hired a private investigator to have them followed over the past 6 weeks. So since he wouldn't leave the house tonight, I threw his clothes in our dry, empty hot tub. I'm done covering for him. Done. I called one of our deacons, Officer Everett Moore, and he came over tonight too. 4 cops in total were at our home. They concluded that no crime was committed. He's painting me to be violent and irrational. I am neither. I am a wife who is devastated that her husband is cheating on her with her daughter. I have had a past history of that 8 years ago for the same reason, him cheating. Oh, God, how do we move on with this? Who is this other woman in this love-lust triangle? It's none other than Shanae McFarland, a church employee and spiritual daughter of Pastor Chris Hill, who also happens to be married. Wait, don't go anywhere. This is getting good. It gets worse. Who performed the wedding ceremony for Shanae McFarland? Crickets? Pastor Chris Hill. Let me ask you another one. Who paid for the wedding ceremony of Shanae McFarland? Pastor Chris Hill. Spiritual daughter? Spiritual father? What a perfect sodomite setup to cover up you having your cake and eating it too. Old Chris was eating those cakes all right, and every sweet, sinful drop of nectar that flowed from between them. The black church. Is it all churches? No. But it's some. And I would think that it's most. And it really makes me wonder what kind of spirit is lurking about. They talk about people in the world. Well, you all better just stay and preach to the choir, because there's a lot of work to be done behind the walls of the church. And it's really pitiful. And I'm not taking joy in someone's pain, because not only does my heart go out to the wife, my heart also goes out to that husband of Shanae McFarland, to realize that the pastor was screwing my fiance and wife. And I thought we were so blessed to have the wedding ceremony paid for. But he was only paying for his part of the parking spot, because where the brother who married Shanae McFarland parked his penis, he was also sharing that spot with the pastor. Now, imagine the balls of the pastor, because not only was Shanae McFarland the church employee, but of course he was a church whore / side piece that he was having an affair with. But this is why he did it, so he can have her close by. But my God, I heard of sugar daddies paying the bills of the person that they're having this tryst with, right? I've heard of them buying vehicles. I heard of them paying the rent, for their apartment, or maybe even a mortgage, or taking them on exotic trips or whatever. But you're paying for the wedding of the woman you're having an affair with, and not only paying for it, but you're conducting the ceremony? How did the pastor feel? How did Chris Hill feel when he said to Shanae McFarland and her soon-to-be husband, "You may now kiss the bride"? What was the husband kissing? What crotch sauce was wiped across Shanae McFarland's face as she kissed her new husband? That's got to be a bad feeling. That's got to be a bad feeling. And also, there's got to be a special place in hell for a person like this. And you all gave your tithes to this man. And you said, well, I gave it to the church. Well, this man is behind it. Jesus is a business. Didn't T.D. Jakes say that many years ago? It's the business of Jesus. Has nothing to do with spirituality. It's all about religion. And some of you people will come and say, oh, you're talking about Pastor Chris Hill. Touch not thine anointed. Let me tell you something, you very religious, non-spiritual, blind followers of mere men. Who in the hell said that these pimp preachers were anointed?
Make sure to check out the boldest blog at LANCESCURV.com and follow SCURV on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under LANCESCURV.